Yo, what is up, my dudes? Alright, today we're gonna go over some more quarantine and code. We're gonna learn about the script mode and variables here. Script mode, variables, and print. So, yesterday we talked a lot about this section over here, the right-hand section, which is the interactive mode, which allows us to just type things in and then immediately get a response back. What we're going to do over here is we're going to look more at this middle section, which is the script mode. Now what the script mode does is it says it's going to run all of the code that's in the script. So if I do 1 plus 1, and in order to actually run it, I have to go ahead and click this run button up here. So I go ahead and click 1. It's running, and it gives me nothing. Now, it's important because when we do things in interactive mode, this is giving us the result, but it's just telling us what the result is, even if we're not printing it out to the console. So, for example, what we want to do is if we want to print something out to the console, we would need to use this print method that we talked about with the hello world. So if I want to print the number 2 out, then what I'll do is I'll write print and then the number 2, and then this should print out number 2 in the console. So there you go. So it printed it out. So that's a good thing to note, is that the only way to get something to show up in the console is with the print statements. So the only way for us to go from scripting mode to getting actual results to the console is using a print statement. You can't just type 1 plus 1, or let's see, 1 plus 3. It's only going to print out 2 because print is the only thing that's printing out here. So the next thing is we're going to talk about variables in Python, and to do this I need the assistance of MS Paint. So what is a variable? So remember that in Snap, a variable is just a way of storing some information. So variable is a way of storing information. So we use things like in Snap we use set and then variable name 2 and then the value. So that is how it looked in Snap. In Python, we have to show that we need this little Python guy, this little Python interpreter, to be able to figure out variable names. So we're going to have a variable. We have to declare a variable name here. So the recipe for variables is variable name equals and then the value. So this should line up pretty well with the Snap version. So all this does is when Python goes and tries to figure out what a variable name is, let's say I've got a variable called my name. Let's make it bold, make it big, make it loud. Got my name. My name. If I want this to run in Python code, I will have my name equals Brian. And so my name just points to a box here, and this box, the value is Brian. So in Python, goes and tries to understand what's going on here. It says, all right, what is my name? Oh, okay, let me look at what the box says. Okay, my name is Brian. So let's take a look at that in Python code here. So if I went around, I say my name equals, and then it needs to be a string to put for a value. So my name equals Brian. can go ahead here and put my name in. And then run that. So say Brian. This is basically the same thing as saying my name is just printing out Brian. So these should print out two different Brians. So this is how we assign variables. They're really useful in Python, especially if we want to save things for later and access them. You know, I could have my super sweet program that's running and it's doing a bunch of stuff, and you know how long our snap programs got, and then later I want to use, you know, print my name from earlier. It'll be able to access that without having me to set it every single time. So that's how we access variables. You should now know what this part is. This is the scripting panel. This is the interactive panel. How to run things is just clicking the run button. The scripting panel only outputs things to the console when we use the print statement. To use the print statement, we have to use the word print and then open some parentheses, put whatever we want to print in, and then close the parentheses. And then lastly, for variables, we just need to say whatever my variable name is, and then the equal sign, and then whatever value I want to store in here.